Weird habits that actually reveal high intelligence. What if the habits that make you feel different, a little odd, a little too much, are actually the clearest signs of a sharp, exceptional mind? Psychology has spent decades studying what high intelligence actually looks like in daily behavior. And here's the uncomfortable truth. It rarely looks polished. It looks restless, curious, a little strange. Some of history's most brilliant minds, Tesla, Einstein, Darwin, were famously eccentric. Not despite their genius, but almost because of it. So let's talk about 6 habits that seem weird on the surface, but run deeper than most people realize. 1. You talk to yourself constantly, not just muttering your grocery list. Full conversations, rehearsed arguments, out-loud problem-solving in an empty room. If that's you, stop apologizing for it. Psychologists call this self-directed speech, and research is unambiguous. Talking to yourself sharpens focus, accelerates problem-solving, and helps regulate emotion under pressure. Children do it instinctively as their brains develop. Highly intelligent adults simply never outgrow it because it works. When you narrate your thinking, you're forcing your brain to organize, sequence, and clarify. That's not odd. That's cognitive efficiency. 2. You've always felt like an outsider, not just shy, not just introverted, but genuinely different, like everyone else is operating from a script you were never given. This is almost a universal experience among highly intelligent people. Plato captured it over 2,000 years ago in his allegory of the cave. Prisoners mistake shadows for reality. One breaks free, sees the sunlit world outside, and returns to share the truth, only to be rejected. He's not wrong. He's just ahead. High intelligence often means perceiving patterns others miss, questioning assumptions others swallow whole, and feeling the weight of that gap. It can be isolating. It can be exhausting, but it also means you're seeing something real, and that's a rare gift, not a flaw. 3. You fall into deep obsessions with random topics. 3 weeks of your life disappeared into the physics of black holes, or medieval warfare, or a single obscure philosopher no one else has heard of. You didn't plan it. You just fell in. This is called hyperfixation, and psychologists link it directly to a personality trait called openness to experience, one of the most consistent markers of high intelligence. Your brain doesn't just graze over topics. It dives, tunnels, and surfaces only when it's done. These aren't distractions. They're how a hungry mind feeds itself. Every rabbit hole leaves your thinking richer, your connections broader, your understanding deeper. For your best ideas, strike at the worst times. 3 a.m., the shower. A long drive. Mid-conversation about something completely unrelated. Suddenly, there it is. The idea, the solution. The thing you'd been circling for weeks. This isn't random. Research on incubation in creative cognition shows that the brain continues processing complex problems during rest, distraction, and sleep often more effectively than during focused effort. Highly intelligent brains don't fully clock out. They keep running background processes. So when insight strikes mid-shampoo, that's not a coincidence. That's your subconscious delivering results. Don't dismiss those flashes. Write them down. They're the output of real, invisible work. 5. You go silent. Deeply, completely silent, social media disappears. Texts go unanswered. You pull back not from sadness, but from need. You require long stretches of quiet to function at your best. What looks like withdrawal from the outside is actually inward activation. Psychologists call this intrapersonal intelligence, the capacity to understand your own mind, regulate your own states, and think without external noise. Highly intelligent individuals don't just tolerate solitude, they require it. The silence isn't emptiness. It's where the real thinking happens. 6. You ask questions that make people uncomfortable. Why does anything exist at all? Could consciousness be an illusion? Is morality real or invented? If you've been told you think too much, take that as data, not criticism. Einstein famously said he had no special talent, only passionate curiosity. And decades of research confirm it. Curiosity is among the strongest predictors of intellectual performance, long-term learning, and innovation. The willingness to ask questions that have no easy answers is not overthinking. It's the engine of every meaningful discovery ever made. None of these habits are guaranteed signs of genius. But they do cluster around minds that are genuinely alive, restless, questioning, deeply engaged with the world. So the next time you catch yourself doing something strange, don't shrink from it. That might be exactly what makes you brilliant. Which of these do you recognize in yourself? Drop it in the comments, and if this hit close to home, like and subscribe for more psychology content that actually goes beneath the surface.